Hello there guys and girls, and welcome to another tutorial episode. Well, somewhat tutorial and somewhat fun, I would hope. So today we're going to be making a rally configuration for the Miramar. I like to think of this car as a kind of similar kind of platform as an old Escort Mark II, an old English Ford motor vehicle. Something that we Brits especially cherish, since it was absolutely amazing in the rally championships. Rear-wheel drive, 1600cc motor originally. I think they went up to an 18, but yeah, this is quite similar. Rear-wheel drive, old school. So right here we have the base Miramar with manual transmission. We are at Small Island, USA, and we're going to be using my old Pace Notes mod, along with Dummies Man's Pace Note Core. And yes, I hope to get a nice rally configuration going with the parts we have available, all vanilla parts. And then we'll demonstrate how to prepare that configuration to be uploaded to the repo to share with everybody on the forums. I'm using TrackIR, using the wheel, pedals, gear stick, the whole shebang. So I think first of all we'll just take it round as stock and laugh at how awful it is. So let's get going. So for rallying in particular, I would recommend lowering your steering ratio to 540 degrees. You'll see in game the wheel still does well, that's more than 900 I think. So I have my steering set to 540 degrees of freedom, which gives you excellent response, and it means you don't have to cross your arms so much. But it's definitely needed for some of those tight and twisty technical sections. Okay, so hopefully the mod still works okay. I believe it does. Let's give it a go.
6 right, long, over crest.
Looks like it is.
Long, opens, 5, and tightens, 3, narrow.
Yep, it's a
5
bit
right,
floaty, and not very much grip, as we are on the base model of course. I'll try not to talk over the pace notes too much, because you'll be hearing two of me at the same time.
Over bumps, 150, over bridge. Caution, 4 left, bump into, 4 right, long, tightens, 3. Square left, cut, rocks inside.
Even though I have pace notes, I still don't listen to them sometimes.
Crest, into, 3 left, long,
Yes,
don't cut.
This car is finished. So I don't think we'll mess around with the base model too much, so let's get on and make our own configuration. So to modify the configuration during a time trial, you must have the competitive scenario conditions turned off in the gameplay options, as you see here. So if we press Ctrl W, we can open up the config, and let's play with some parts. So let's go through one by one and really have a look, see what we want, see what we don't want. So if we apply those now, let's see what we have. Oh, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? Not sure about the spoiler, but we'll go with it. We can adjust this one, so at least we have control over the downforce. Right, now for the wheels and tyres. We're going to go for the Dreed C50s for rims, which come with rally tyres on them. Rally tyres meaning they'll be good off-road, as well as somewhat on-road, but more for dirt, which is what these stages are more about. But I think it needs a bit of colour, so let's add some colour. We have a colourable paint job selected, so we can have a play with which colours go where. That does look quite nice, doesn't it? Another one here, I'm not sure if that will give us anything. Oh, yeah, that's the wheels. Oh, and the trim as well. In the tuning menu, we can adjust all of the variables for the parts that we've added. So I'm going to take a lot of the fuel out, because that adds a lot of weight. We're not going to need much for this run. Rear wing angle I'm not going to play with at the moment. We can adjust the locking rate of the differential so that we can make it tighter or looser. That affects your turning. Have suspension adjustments. Not going to adjust any of this until I know what needs to be adjusted. Have gear ratios. Probably could do with shortening some of those, but I'll leave them for now. Alignment, again, testing is required to know whether you really need to adjust this sort of thing. And our tyre pressures. And wheel offset, we can push our wheels out. So if we add a bit to those, since they are tucked right in, they are now pushed out wider, which should give us a bit more stability. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Not going to spend too much time faffing with it, but there we go for that. So then we will go to the Save Load tab, choose a name, I'll call it HD Rally, and we click Save. Now this file will be saved to your temporary files, which I'll show you in the next section. It's this file that we will need to upload, but you must upload it in a certain format that the game will be able to read and identify that it belongs to the Miramar. So let's have a look at that, and then let's take her for a run. Okay, so to prepare your saved config file for the repo, you're going to want to find your local BeamNG.drive folder, which you can find in app data. You can just type this in, so it'll be C users, your computer name, app data, local BeamNG.drive. That's usually how I'd find it. But yeah, they've moved it from the My Documents folder now. So you go into here, and then you find your Vehicles folder, and we'll have a Miramar folder. I have lots from other stuff I've done. But you'll find here your saved config and a screenshot if you have it activated to do so. You can turn that off in the options. But here is the file we need. Best way to do this is to go into the mods folder of your latest version of your temporary files. In this case for me it's 0.22. We go into mods, unpacked. If you don't have an unpacked folder, you can right click, go new folder and name one, but I already have one. This folder is generated if you unpack a mod in the mod menu of the main menu of the game. So we go into here and we're going to make a folder, and we're going to call it HD underscore, instead of spaces is generally better practice, rally underscore config. So this folder will now be your mod folder. So in here we need to make a root folder to point the game in the direction of the Miramar. So we need a new folder called Vehicles. We go into here and then we make another new folder called Miramar, and this is where you will want to put your configuration. So let's go back to where it was. Just put the screenshot in as well. You can make your own screenshot in your own time and replace that. So once you have this structure, so it'll be your local BeamNG folder, the current version you're using, mods, unpacked, the mod name, then a vehicles folder, a Miramar folder, or whichever vehicle you are using. So if you go into the main directory of the game where it's installed, if you're on Steam it will be in your Steam apps. You can go into content, vehicles, and you can see the names of all the vehicles as they are in their file name, rather than just the name of the vehicle. Certain things are named a bit strangely, like the D series is called Pickup, and the Corvette is called Hatch. So if you're making configs for certain cars and you don't know what the name is, go into your BeamNG.drive install folder, content, vehicles, and it will show you all the names. So this is what you would name the vehicle folder. So if your structure looks like this, you'll then want to go into the game main menu again, go to the mods, make sure you clicked mods manager at the top, and you should see your mod here, which is the name, which is named by the folder, the mod folder that you made. You then want to click pack, and then this will pack it up. This will happen if you are still in the open folder that you're packing up. So generally come out of this. Good for me to make that mistake, so you can see, don't panic. This just means that this folder now currently doesn't exist anymore. So click OK and just come back to mods. Have a look back and make sure it doesn't still exist. And then go back to mods and you should see HD Rally config zip. Now that is packaged and ready to go. At this point you can then go to the mods page of the BeamNG official website, click add resource, and away you go. select configurations to make it clear what it is, and then fill in all the information that you wish to share and upload the resource. If you're going to be working with mods, I recommend quick accessing the BeamNG.drive local folder, so make it easier to get back there each time. So we go into our mods folder, we can see it here, you can open, it will upload, and you can give it your description and a screenshot, and there you have it. You'll have to wait a short time for the devs to have a look and authorize the mod. Then it should be on the repo in no time. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. So now let's check out the configuration and see how she handles.
Right, long, over crest. 4 left, long, opens. 5, and tightens. 3, narrow. 5 right, bump, don't cut. 4 left, over bumps, 150. 4 left, over bumps, 150. Over bridge. Caution, 4 left, bump, into. 4 right, long, tightens. 3, square left, cut, rocks inside. 5 right, over crest, into. 3 left, long, don't cut. 5 right, into. Square left, cut, gravel. 4 right, long. Keep left, line, over crest, at tree. Care, 3 left, tightens. 2, cut. Slow, over crest, into. Media, 2 left. 6 right, tightens. 5 and 6 right, narrow, onto sand, and 3 right, long, tightens. 2, late, gravel. 6 right, uphill, into. 3 left, tightens. 2, dip, 100. Short, 4 right, and 5 left, dip. Jump, keep right, bad landing, 50. Unseen, 6 right, 20. 1 right, at tree, deceptive, don't cut. 4 left, long, tightens. 3, unseen. 4 right, opens. 5, bump. Short, 4 left, 20. 1 right, don't cut. 3 left, don't cut. Bad camber, keep right. 6 right, over bump, don't cut. And 6 left, into, crest, keep left. 6 right, opens, narrow, 100, over bumps. Slight left, and 3 right, long, opens. 5, over bumps. Bump, and 2 left, over crest. 4 right, tightens. 1, and 1 left, cut. Slight right, and 4 right, slow, into, square left, don't cut. 6 left, and 4 right, don't cut, 20. 6 right, into, 6 left, tightens. 5. 6 right, and 3 right, keep in. 6 right, tightens. 4, into, square left, at tree, ditch outside. 6 right, into, 5 left, and slow, 2 right, don't cut. Acute left, don't cut. Asphalt from here. Caution, 3 right, cut, and hairpin left, at tree, 100. Short, 5 left, and 6 right, 50. Narrow, 3 left, 150. Caution, big jump, keep left. Care, 3 left, rocks outside. 5 right, and crest, keep right, jump maybe, 50. 4 right, and 5 left, cut, be brave. Keep left, line, over crest, 4 left, into, unseen, 3 right, and 3 left, opens, very long, 100. Over finish. Well done.
Okay, so that's the end of my not too bad run. Quite happy with it. It's pretty difficult on this course. It's very bumpy. Not ideal for an old school car like this. And yes, unfortunately we have some shaky external camera issues still, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm sure they'll be ironed out soon. Also, some of the headlights you might have seen were green and all sorts of strange colours, but that's alright, I can live with that. So as I say, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this one. I hope that can help you get your configurations uploaded and shared with the rest of the repo community. It'd be great to see what kind of things you guys can come up with. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.